Yeah, hey, listen, I just want to go over a quick little thing here. Uh, Basically, there's a company called Vineyard, and they're a Canadian company out of Toronto, 4 years old, and they caught my eye because they raised $18 million and sold 30% of their company. They're written up in the Wall Street Journal, and in fact, the way they got customers is they wrote a web crawler to go out on the internet and find anybody who's got a video that's a business listing. Great idea. So I actually stole that idea from them. But what they basically do is they have a software that tracks. So what you're able to do is send out a series of videos to a series of prospects, and you're able to get reporting specific to their email address, which videos they watched and for how long. And that's all they do. And what ITS does is, well, we have a video player which customizes the ending buttons for click to call or click to book based if the guy's open and what city he's in and everything. So a whole another level of features that they don't have. And then I use Brightcove for hosting, which is the largest company in the world, and they have the most advanced technology. These guys host the video, but um, their tracking is the same, but I mean, Brightcove, they got way more servers. They got variable bitrate working, which adjusts the resolution of the video on the fly. But then so that's what we have if you just on a general sense. But we're targeting the travel industry because we're ITS. And what we also do for clients is we have distribution of video to the leading travel sites. And we also have a large video library, which what does that mean is finally I've connected the dots, and what we're able to do is go to a timeshare company and say, here's a video library of Cabo San Lucas. And they send it to the customer, the potential customer at home, and say, hey, put in your email address, and we'll send you a link to a Cabo video library. So they basically go to the Cabo Video Library and they start looking at a horseback riding and say whale watching and stuff. And then what the timeshare company does is they basically call them up and say, "Hey, we got a free special to Cabo San Lucas, and we're going to give you a free ticket to go whale watching." So the customer would click on these different links, and because we have his email address, we can track which views of which videos for how long and all that good stuff. And that's basically all that Vineyard does. That's their only play, and you do it on their website, and maybe their social media. But they don't bring in any new traffic to your website, and nor do they help drive the sale. They just track what happens. Whereas what ITS does is the ITS player actually motivates that person to take that another click at the end of the video to either buy or book or call, which is critically important because tracking a bunch of video views, business owners don't want that. They want calls and bookings, and that's everything else is secondary. So what we're able to do is repurpose our video library for 80 cities around the world and go to timeshare companies, and we have no competition because well, Vineyard's our competition, but geez, they don't have the 2,500 videos, and I don't think anybody's going to go figure out how to shoot 2,500 videos real quick. And then what happens is and now we have the video player. We are now approaching customers that already have video, and so we go to them and say, hey, we're going to download your YouTube video, stick it in our player, track the number of calls, and then in 14 days you got to sign up. And when they sign up and check the little box, it basically our terminology, terms of agreement says we have to have the copyright to that video footage in order for us to distribute it. So now we're able to greatly accelerate rather than ITS just shooting videos to build our library. We just have a whole bunch of telemarketers calling up customers and loading the video in, and that's how we acquire the video. So I see 90% of our content will actually come from acquiring it because it's a lot faster. So then this content gets repurposed into a travel TV app, which finally connected TVs are finally getting traction. And the moral of the story is a Vineyard raised, sold 20% of the company for $18 million, and they only have that sector because video is hot. what is ITS worth, where we've got a superior business model just on a generic sense, but we have a much higher plane, the fact that the content's being used to build a brand, which is hopefully going to capture the eyeballs of people in their living room, on their mobile and everything, but mainly in their living room because nobody's there. There's no travel companies that are advertising on, well, they run TV ads, but there's no travel app. And considering the type, there's two major players. There's Expedia, who recently bought Travelocity and Orbitz, and then there's the Kayak Group, and both of these guys are doing $4 to $6 billion a year. But ironically, I think TripAdvisor is the best guy for a variety of reasons, and so therefore I've targeted a venture capitalist in Ottawa who actually is a senior SEO at TripAdvisor. So the moral of the story is we got to package this deal up and get it out to